Last time on VTuber, Skitty plays Canon. The spring is coming. I wish it could be spring forever. For a while we play by shaking a wrist, enjoying the sound. We say nothing. The sound of bells is enough. Mikoto is more sedate after that day, and she gets ever quieter. No, quiet isn't the right word for it. It's too nice. This isn't nice. This is her starting to find even speech of things so difficult to border on the impossible. She doesn't laugh anymore. Or get angry. Don't worry. I'll come back for you. I swear it, my love. I'll come back and be with you. No, to marry you. I want that. I want to get married. I want to marry you. Then we could be together forever. We've come back in time a few in-game days. But today Yuichi barged into Emily's classroom, being a complete douche, and ruined her life, forcing her to commit Sudoku, Kate marching herself off the school building rooftop. So this time, Yuichi's gonna restrain himself, and he's gonna leave without making a scene. Now that's hard for Yuichi, because he's a complete douche. But if we want Mikoto's trendy, we're gonna have to do this. Thanks anyway. I found the girl who is looking rather glum, and at the port. Amano hasn't looked in my direction at least once, the stupid girl. What little I can see of her usually expressionless face gives me the impression that she too is a sad, depressed, stupid, pathetic girl just like Skitty plays. Here's some new dialogue. We just finished the part where Yuichi and Mikoto are playing with the bells on her wrist. After some time there's a knock at the door. Are you in there, Yuichi? It's Auntie. What is it? Telephone. Call me in. Push myself up. Or try to. But Mikoto is clutching to my sleeve again. It's just a phone call. I'll be right back, okay? Take her hand in mine and try to calm her down. She lets go without saying a word. Who is it? Auntie is waiting for me. In the corridor. Sorry, I didn't catch her name. She wasn't speaking very clearly. Whoever it is sounded a bit worried. Like she wasn't used to using the phone. The uncle should try. It was a girl. I think so. I have a good idea who it could be. I'm 99% certain it's Amano. Because we didn't make her commit Sudoku, Kate marching off the school building this time. It's Naiki, it's Amano. Why do I get a choice here? I'm 99% sure it's Amano. But I'm gonna pick Naiki. Just for the lols. Pick up the receiver and take it off the hold. Hello? Why are you being all silent, you dumb dog? If you got something to say, hurry up and say it. Hello? Beep, beep. She hung up without a word. Maybe it wasn't Nike after all. I just made myself look stupid. In Birmingham. Guess I've got no choice but to wait for her to call again. She doesn't, of course. When Nike gets home, I ask her, and she denies all knowledge. What if it was Amino? Duh. No, I can't imagine her contacting me. She's avoiding me, isn't she? Pick and Nike just led us to the same ending we already had. So of course it can be Amino. I pick up the receiver and take it off hold. Hello? Hello, it's me, Yuichi, from Birmingham. Amino? Boyfriend 2, is that you? Yeah, it's me. Amino, isn't it? Right. Is something wrong? Where are you? Beside the phone? By the station. Okay, stay there. I'll be right over. With that, I hang up. I think we both realised that it would be better to speak in person. I returned to my room to tell Makoto. Now I'll be going out. I wonder if she'll let me. Might be problem if she insists on coming too. I doubt Amino will open up in the presence of a third party. Practically Makoto. Why not? But I needn't avoid. She seems to have worn herself out playing with her bells. At any rate, she's fast asleep. I brought a quilt up to her shoulders, taking care not to wake her. And then I depart. It's not far to the station. But even so, I avoid the Amino might change her mind in the meantime. As I arrive in the plaza, I slow down and look around. I spot her easily. She's lurking at the entrance of an empty alley. Just standing there by a lonesome. Hello? Yes. Takes her a moment to register my presence. What are you doing here? Do you live around here? No. No one here. I see. Alrighty. For a while we remain silent as though we're each trying to deduce what the other is thinking. How is she? Amino cracks first. Her words relieve me greatly. I remember what she said last time we met. Please don't involve me any further in this matter. After that, I could hardly be the one to bring up the subject. I've been wanting to talk to her about it, in case she can help me grasp the situation. But I had to wait uneasily for her to initiate it. Or else I would have burst into her classroom and ruined her life as she would have Kate marched off the school building committing Sudoku. She's changed since we last talked. In all sorts of ways. What's happened? It's like she's becoming a kid again. She's forgetting all sorts of things. She's had a fever too, hasn't she? Yeah, she has. She will. And she once had her strength. You mean, it's a sign? And more. By rights, it should have already been the end. It's only by the strength of her wish that she's holding herself here at all, even imperfectly. Then the departure started a long time ago. It's been clear for a long time that Mikoto's manner of living has been far from perfect. Guess I should have taken that as a sign. Like when she lost the ability to read. Or when she stopped being able to use chopsticks. Perhaps even a tendency to fall over so easily was a symptom. And that's what I said. She's had that symptom since pretty much met her. In episode 5. She's been falling over since then. And everything's got so much worse after this fever. She's still holding on. But only by a thread. A thread that might snap at any moment. Don't fool yourself. She would go through from the next one. Was she really that desperate to be with me? Desperate enough to go through all of this? What will happen to her? She'll disappear. Like she was never there in the first place. Close my eyes and bow my head. I don't know what else to say. Amano likewise remains silent, waiting for me to press her to speak. But that's how she looks anyway. She must have something else to say. If she hadn't, she'd have turned away and left me by now. That's the kind of person she is. That's just how she's always behaved. So this must be more. Tell me. I don't care what it is. Just tell me. There's a legend. A fairy tale, really. Tell me. You know where Freyla Hill is, right? The name of the place in the original is Minami. Minami Neroka. For Minami is given no explicit meaning, but it appears to have been chosen to imply a supernatural presence. CF the Mono, or Minonu Noki, or Mai's demons. No, we haven't done Mai's demons yet. That's the next route we're gonna do. I think I do. In fact, I think I'm facing it right now, though. Though I can't see it with all the buildings in the way. It's that hill. The one where Mikoto said she felt she spent a long time. I remember now. And that's his usual name. Yeah. They say that's where they live. The fox spirits. Yuoko? Or sometimes the Kitsune. well-known part of Japanese mythology. Readers who believe the concept should be able to find an ample information online. You're supposed to be the information. We click on the blue to read the information, not to be told to go Google it. Fluff's sake. You know the thing? You know, the things that foxes became? If they live many, many years. Every village these foxes were seen suffered disasters. So the place is considered as bad luck. To this very day. She takes a deep breath. That's all. Just an ordinary local legend. And you're saying that's what she is? Boyfriend too. She came to bring you bad luck. Fluff of Amino. I prefer it when you committed to DQK most of the building. Go away. Mikoto is not bad luck. Think back to where we met. Sure enough, she hated me then. I'm not sure she stopped since. Can it be true then? Is she really a fox spirit who came purely to hurt me? What on earth could I have done to deserve that? Hamina has buried her face in her hands, and I realise her shoulders are shaking. Boyfriend too. You're really going to suffer after this? Her voice is wretched to hear. Hamino, it happened to you, didn't it? Even as I become certain of it, it slips from the mouth. There. They're not the hateful creatures the legends say they are. I know. They're really so sweet. That's why it's so painful. So sad. Now, at least I understand just why Amino responded so violently to my suggestion that she get to know Mikoto. Because she's been there before. Because she couldn't face us parting for a second time. Her quivering shoulders tell me a clear story. Even the memories of such sadness is clearly agony. I'm sorry, Amino. She's crying. There's no tears, but she's crying. She knows what fate lies in store for me. And I only have to look at her to get a pretty good idea. Boyfriend too. She says in a broken voice. You can see how I ended up. Boyfriend too. Please be strong if you can. How she ended up. She must be referring to her intervention? To her intervention? Intervention? And friendliness? I barely know her. I don't know what she was like before. She went through this. I don't know how she has changed. But she must have. After that. I take a deep breath. And then I shall. I reply as boldly and assuredly as I can. filling my voice with my gratitude. Having spoken with Amino, I'm able to calm my anxiety somewhat. Even if our parting is inevitable, I am resolved to support Mikoto as best as I can. All I can do is try to satisfy her, and satisfaction is all she wants. That's what she came for in the first place, after all. So we'll spend our last moments together, and not shove her in a flipping hospital. That's what I resolve. First thing I do at home is determine that Mikoto is still asleep. The second thing is to call the others into the living room. Then I explain everything. It must be obvious enough that her condition is serious. As such, I can't really expect them to sit on the sidelines and watch. And yet that's all I can suggest they do. There's no other option. There's nothing they or any Nyan can do to help. Any efforts made to treat her condition as human illnesses would only serve to diminish her precious remaining time. Exactly. Don't shove her in a hospital. So I beg them not to shove her in a hospital. They listen politely, and I must confess they don't show many immediate signs of believing me. Well, yeah, you know Mikoto, she's a fox I used to have when I was a kid. She's not a human at all. Sure, Yuichi. Meanwhile, Auntie's is on the phone calling like the men in white coats to take Yuichi away to a mental hospital. So you're saying, that girl's actually a dumb fox? When she put it like that, even I have to concede that it isn't exactly the most credible sounding story ever. But it's the truth. Incredibly not. See, the problem is, she's human, you idiot. Foxes don't talk or walk on two legs, master. In case you hadn't noticed, she isn't exactly finding either of those things easy. Kinda like she isn't really human, in fact. But, Mummy, doesn't that just mean you have to take her to the doctor? No! You saw how the other ending ended. What that would do would be the waste of time. She could be spending with me, Yuichi, from Birmingham. Auntie has said nothing so far. Now she stands up. What is it, Mummy? Where is she? In bed? She asked me, ignoring her stupid dog daughter. In my bed, fast asleep. I see. I can't tell if that's the reply she wanted to hear. Her face is, if anything, even more expressionless than usual. She leaves the room without saying more. Naoki and I follow her. Auntie kneels beside my bed and lays a hand on the sleeping Mikoto's cheek. Yes. It is, isn't it? I recognize her now. This is when I realize that Auntie has known about the fox all the time. That I'd looked after her here, not her into. Thought I kept it hidden quite well in my room. But I guess I was still just a dumb kid. However careful I tried to be, no doubt my aunt easily saw through my attempts to conceal what I was up to. Ow! The sound escapes from Makoto's mouth while she sleeps. At the same time, her hand slips, causing a jingle from her lap. Bells? Auntie gently lifts Makoto's wrist up. Did he give this to her? Yeah. Yes, she did like the sound of bells. Huh? Isn't that why you gave it to her? No, I only brought her. Yet because she pestered me to give in. I see. It fits, doesn't it? If that's who Makoto is. I know because I had a little bell in my purse back then, you see? Nike nods. By her side as she remembers too. There was an awful fuss every time I got ready to go shopping. I couldn't get my purse out without your pet coming trotting down to listen. I say, I had no idea. No wonder we couldn't find her parents. They don't exist. Auntie's words showed as she accepted the truth of my implausible story. But if she herself still remembers Makoto's last visit, then I guess she probably feels the same way as me. No matter how unrealistic it may seem, we can do nothing but accept it when the girl before us is living proof. She gazes at Makoto's face for a while, then abruptly stands up. Better get dinner ready. Oh, what is it gonna be? Can I help, Mummy? The conversation has already returned to the normal topics. Looking at those two, I can't help but be grateful to have created the best situation I could have hoped for. We just had the same scene. Miyuichi read Makoto the story and she asked him to marry her. Then we had the scene where in the morning he didn't want to go to school because Makoto was there looking all sad going, ow. And then Auntie said, don't worry, I'll play with her, you can go to school. And then he went to school and then this is a new scene. The very concept of school feels pointless. But I can't just goof off as much as I'd like to. So I'll go anyway and waste the day waiting for a turn. I must be presenting a rather unapproachable figure right now. Certainly feel no desire to be approached. Those around me are of no interest at all. You stupid valley girl, stay away from me. Even when Norstein brings his usual chaos, I stand aloof, disinclined to join in. My behavior seems somewhat familiar, as though I've observed it in someone else. Can't remember who. Amino. It's Amino. I don't particularly care. I'm gonna Kate Marsh myself off the rooftop. Decide to not waste any time wondering. When school finally ends, I walk home alone. Makoto hasn't come to meet me. Of course. She's still at home waiting for me. I decide to stop by the shopping centre to buy her some pork bun. to show I haven't forgotten her. Oh? That's when I cast aside or something, and instantly make up my mind. I break into a desperate run. I don't want to end up with any regrets. I must continue to respond to Makoto's feelings. That's what I've sworn to do. Auntie, Nayuki! Kicking off my shoes, I plunged into the living room, calling out their names. What's wrong, Master? Luckily for me, they're both here. Just settling down over a cup of tea. A cup of British tea. Because they're British. Living in Japan. My excitement surprises them. They both turn to stare. Let's go out. Where to? Town. I was thinking it would be nice to read out for a change. That's a wonderful idea. You're certainly welcome an evening off. Auntie seems inclined to support me. It would be nice to go out for once. Can I bring Kurobi? No, leave Kurobi here. Your cooking's delightful. But it would be nice to have a change too, you know? Thankfully, Nike can think of no objections either. What about Makoto? She's asleep, tired out, I think. I guess they really must have played together all day. Seeing my smile of gratitude, Auntie responds with an even bigger smile. I dash upstairs and hammer on Makoto's door. Makoto! Come on, we're going out. There's no reply. Maybe she's in my room? It's not out on my way. I have to change anyway. And not unexpectedly, that's where she is, in my bed. Makoto! I pat her on the cheek. She looks at me with half-open eyes. And when she recognizes me, her hand clamps onto her sleeve. Her wrist jingles. We're all going out now. Come in. Yashi. She crawls out of my bed half asleep, but willing to go. We'll let you eat whatever you like. The extent of Auntie's kindness becomes apparent when I glance into the kitchen on my way past. Dinner is ready, she's already done all that work. It's almost for her welcome evening off. But I decided to forget what I saw. To reveal it now would only be trouble for her further. I've caused her enough trouble already. There's only one family restaurant in this town, and it's crowded. But we found a table, order food and eat. Makoto looks more relaxed than she has for a long time. She may no longer laugh, but I don't need that to tell me that she's happy. Naoki takes the initiative, helping me look after Makoto. To any outsider, we must look like a normal, happy family. That's all I want. Now then. I approached the subject as we turned for home. Why don't we take some of those together? Huh? Everyone looks in the direction I'm pointing, towards the brilliantly lit arcade. What's it? A photo sticker machine. You take your photo there, and it turns into a sticker, mummy. Nike does the explaining for me. That sounds fun. She really is very open-minded for someone her age. How old is she? Not that I'd dream of putting it like that to her face. Shall we then? It's a good time for it. This must be about the early time of the day when there isn't a girly queue for the thing. They took the curtain aside and we squeezed into the booth. My, this is tight. Wow, don't push, mummy. I won't be in it if you do. Oi, don't stand in front of me. It's as we all push back and forth that I realise Mikato isn't with us. Oi, Makoto! Where are you? She's standing a little way away, facing us but staring into space. Of course. This is what she always does. Just stands there looking in, while others have fun. Just like a mother skiddy plays. Waiting for everyone else to leave, and then taking a lonely photo by herself. A photo shoot treasure. A picture of a vision of loneliness. As though there were any need for that now. What are you playing at? You don't have to just watch anymore. Come on, we're waiting for you, aren't we? Hurry up, we can't do this without you. Come on, Mikoto, let's take a photo together. I called you Mikoto instead of that girl. I'm no longer jealous, I know you're a fox. Do you always have coat on? Here, you can stand in the middle, Mikoto. There's plenty of room. Auntie smiles. Continue to edge. And as for Mikoto? Her face breaks into a wide smile and she patters over. The sight is almost enough to reduce me to tears. He's kind of reducing me to tears. Come on, in the middle. She has emotions still. Most of them may be lost, but this can arouse joy still. Because she wanted this so much. It's so emotional. I'm trying not to cry at the moment. She's been longing to do this for so long. All she wanted has been to stand among a group, to bathe in the warmth and comfort of the bonds of human relationships. This tiny trivial thing has been her fondest desire. It looks like we can add some writing. Naoki is pressing the machine's instructions in a stylus. His stylus in one hand. Oh, anything I should do? I steal it and scribble on the display. Are you ready? Yeah. I'll take it then. pay for it. Ready, Mikoto? Yashi? Nike presses the go button. We light fireworks when we get home. That was Auntie's idea. She hadn't forgotten that time when Mikoto said she wanted to have them. Of course, when she said that, she was only trying to wriggle out of being punished. But this is hardly the time to worry about that stupid stuff. Right now, anything is fine. As long as it makes time that the four of us can share. For some reason, it seems rather pitiful to be having fireworks in the winter. Like a banquet of scraps. Winter fireworks. But Mikoto is overjoyed. She runs around that little garden like a kid, carrying fireworks of all kinds. The flickers and flashes that light her face serves as a stark reminder of the gathering darkness. After a while, we run out. She stops and stands sadly in the gloom. Let's go back inside. Stay warm. I'll get you a nice hot chocolate. Auntie lays her hands on Mikoto's shoulder. But Mikoto herself does not respond. She stands still, apparently hoping to be giving another firework. Party brings such a sweet sigh. However enjoyable the time is, its supply is always limited. No moment can be experienced more than once. I play with Mikoto some more before bedtime, making paper airplanes. This too is something I remember her having once said she wanted to do. We may as well enjoy ourselves in every way we can today. I don't have any proper origami paper, so I cut a couple of sheets out of my exercise book and square them off. Here's your piece, Mikoto. I'll lay one of them in front of her. First we fold it in half. I demonstrate neatly with mine. She tries to imitate the movements of my hands. With a rustle it folds, but not into halves. Ow! The fold is crooked and lopsided. Okay, open it up again. Look, like this enough. Demonstrate for her again. Another whistle. It's crooked again. This can't be much of a game for her. Okay, no problem. Let's just have another go. You've just got to be careful. I'll hold it here for you. Again. Ow! This time with my help it somehow ends up reasonably even. Now open it up. That was just to make the line, see? The paper is now covered in creases, to the extent that it's rather difficult to work out which the right one is. To be fair, paper airplanes are really hard to make. I could never figure them out in Arizona. They're so hard to make. Is this one? Before I drop the line like this. Combining our efforts, we work on eventually ending up with a paper plane. How? The finished product is, to be frank, well for a crooked, wretched little thing. But this is just a game. Point is to have fun, not to be perfect. Then we play with it, throwing it around. It's not even vaguely air-worthy. But that doesn't bother Makoto. She just picks it up and throws it again and again. And again. It's actually rather fun to watch. So I do. And on, where my eyelids grow heavier. Waking up is always frightening. Because Makoto may no longer be by my side. She's still there in the morning, however. She doesn't stare, even as I get up. Her slight breathing doesn't change in the slightest. She does seem to have been getting very, very tired recently, though. She's taken to dropping off to sleep. If I take my eyes off her for a moment, even during the daytime, so I let her sleep. School ends. Oi! Greet the girl as cheerfully as I can. You have to bear in mind that she might not want to be involved with me any further. But I want to talk to her. I don't care what we talk about. What I want to do is share my burden, even if it's only implicit in our conversation. That's all it would take to calm me down. That's all I need to do to pull myself together. Yes. Amina replies emotionlessly as usual. You already know? Yes. May I join you? No. Don't I live in the wrong side of town for that? Oh, I'm sure. I meant just as far as the gate. Unless you do want to. Near the gate is fine, I guess. We make our way together through the school. Not really talking much. We part for a moment at the lockers. For me to begin by the main door. We're nearly there. She's measuring the distance to the gate with her eyes. Yeah. Her feet cross the threshold. Bye then. She vowed slightly. Just repart and turn off separate ways. Oi, Hamano! But I turn around once more. I want you to meet her. I beg your pardon. She stops but doesn't turn back. Maybe she thinks I'm trying to share the pain as well as the burden, to give her more harsh memories. but I do want them to meet. Amino and I are the only people in the world who can understand and accept what Mikoto is. I want Amino to say something to her. I want Amino to comfort her, even just a little. I want her to indulge my selfish request. Alrighty. That's the reply. So they stand face to face. Mikoto and Amino. Neither reveals an expression. Of course, Mikoto probably isn't thinking about anything at all. Which is what thoughts might be running through. Running through Amino's mind right now. Pleased to meet you. I am Amino. She begins with a greeting. And she waits for Mikoto to reply. I don't understand what she's trying to do. I'd have to say this doesn't impress me. She must know Mikoto is incapable even giving her own name. She should have been able to see that from just one glance at her condition. Come on, what's your name? Help. Mikoto probably didn't even understand the question. Stuck for her, she just stares blankly back at Amino. What's your name? He simply repeats her question. Her tone is soft and gentle, from beginning to end. Even in the face of Mikoto's panicked reaction. The type of gentleness I swear that comes from understanding everything about her perfectly. It's not self-depreciation, nor bitterness towards Mikoto. It's more like the kindness of a guardian or a mother, so to speak. As I realize this, my doubts about Amino evaporate. I'm glad she's here. That I could share the same feelings. Jesus playing now. That must be the sort of strength that can only be born from having already experienced incredible grief. Even having been able to watch her is satisfying to me. In time, Amino will recover and become once again the person she was. And that's not how it works, Yuichi. People don't just recover from heartbreak. I'm sure of it. Mikoto, for her part, displays no trace of the fight or flight reaction that kept her from meeting new people. Instead, she appears to be generally struggling to understand Amino's question. What is your name? Mikoto's face is red with effort. Come on, you can do it. Amino spreads her arms. Mikoto hesitates, then shuffles forward. That's adorable. There's an adorable scene. Look at it. They wrap around her, and Amino's fingers gently stroke through her hair. This should calm her down. She explains, whispering without turning to look at me. It does. Mikoto's guard lowers visibly. What's your name? Amina repeats, still striking her heady. How? Come on, you can say it. What's your name? Oh! You tried to come. What's your name? She repeats as calmly as ever, with the impressive persistence. Come on, you can tell me what your name is. Oh, Ma. The name Zona nods. What comes after Ma? Cow. My cow? Just my cow? The name Zona shakes her head, frantically. What comes next then? How? Come on, just a little more. Toe. Toe? Mikoto? Is it Mikoto? Mikoto! Ow! Mikoto! Her greeting finally completes. She nods vigorously. That's a nice name. Ow! Mikoto gleefully waves her hands in the air. The bells on her wrist dance and jingles, almost as though they're singing for the near mute owner. Hamne continues to stroke her head gently, as if rewarding her for achievement, with her eyes smiling softly. Looking at those two, can't help but smile myself. Same. I don't know if you guys can tell from my model tracking, but I'm like smiling right now too. This is really cute. I really am glad I brought them together. The effect may not last, but for now she's managed to get Mikoto at least to remember her own name, which is more than I can boast. I'm sure Amine will be good friends with Mikoto. From now on, forever. I'm so glad. After dinner, take the cups and plates through to the kitchen before returning to my room. There I'll find Mikoto, already encased in my bed. She's lost in a jingly world of her own, clawing at her bell-decked wrist with her free hand. Mikoto, wanna come down and watch TV with everyone? I wonder if she can even hear my voice or not. Within a dream world. Oi, the others are waiting for us. That's very suspicious, Kiwichi. There's a show on about musical instruments from around the world. Okay. It's probably gonna have instruments with all sorts of bells too. Sound fun. Dora squat beside her and explained she shows not the slightest sign of interest. No, fair enough. Can't be helped. Rather than press the issue, I joined her on the bed. So I too spend the evening staring into space. And all the while her bells tinkle softly. When I close my eyes, I can no longer tell who's next to me. But when I stretch out my hand and touch her, her body still holds the unmistakably warmth of a human. But she's not a human, she's a fox. Oi, Mikoto! doesn't reply anymore. All she does is stay by my side, pressing against me. Shall I read you a book? Surely she doesn't think I'm talking to myself. All she does is play with those ever-jingling bells on her wrist. Since last night, she's been doing that every opportunity. That's all it takes to satisfy her now. It's painful to watch. I wish I could have gotten you something nicer. It's as though poisoned out now. She won't understand, not anymore. That was my first present to her, and it has become my last. Oi, Mikado! Isn't there anything you want to do? She doesn't even look around. She's totally immersed in the jingles of her own bells. That seems to be enough to occupy her full attention. Come on, stop that now. What happened to all the things you wanted to do? I'm not going to school. I'm here all day. We can do anything you like. The bells go on. So that ain't a snowbin. Why don't we go out and play? Where shall we go? The fair? The zoo? The aquarium? Anything's fine. Please, Mikado, answer me. Don't you want to play? I want to. Surely she does too. She opens her mouth and she looks at me. You want something too, don't you? Go on, try saying it. She just stares at my face. Words literally fail her. Human speech is beyond her now. She just leans against me and nudges my cheek. You just want to be with me, don't you? Nothing but that? My body relaxes as I pull it close into a hug. The last day of January. Today too, Mikado is by my side. With the changing of the month, spring will come one step closer. It's still far, far away. The warmth of spring is still so far away. I wanted to hurry. I want Mikoto's favourite season to come sooner. Because I still have hope. I still have hope that the spring will revive her spirits. Morning breaks. And once again Mikoto comes down with a fever. There could be no crueler blow to my hope. I know painfully well what this means. Hamina did not mince of words. She might go for the next one, is what she said. So it seems. I've never known anime to be wrong. And I'd probably have guessed even if she hadn't told me. Then when Mikoto next falls asleep, This dream would dissolve and scatter like a misty breath on the wind. I know it. We spent enough time with her. Long in the air when I can tell. So I notice the time I have left. These few brief hours before she falls asleep. Miketa is laying in my bed. She is as well. Never seen that before. Her eyes are half open, fixed on me. But she looks as though she might drift off at any moment. How are you feeling? She just continues to stare at me. Is there anything you want? A story? Alright. I'll read your story. How? Can't tell she's happy. Her expression doesn't change. She does respond audibly, if not verbally. I pop into a room and rifle for a messy mounds of manga. There's nothing new. One of our rooms are weekly dog-eared. Nike's not here. But seeing how she is now, I wonder whether she wants something new in the first place. Something familiar might be better. She might still be able to record the atmosphere even if she doesn't understand the meaning of the words. I'm really sorry I'm struggling at the moment. My emotions. I pull out her favourite volume. The one I've read several times already. And return to my own room. Makoto! Makoto? She opens her eyes and focuses on me. Don't go to sleep, silly. I'm about to read to you. I squat by my bed and open the book on the pillow so she can see too. It's your favourite story. I'm going to read it, okay? Fluffy says a sudden thing. I begin reading with that familiar line. Was I've read so many times before. Don't worry, I'll come back for you, my love, I swear. I'll come back to be with you. No, to marry you. I want to marry you. Then we could be together forever. Come to think of it, that was the last wish she expressed in the human speech. Would you like to get married, Mikado? Stop reading and ask her. How? She looks at me with sleepy eyes. Where would you? I extend my finger. And Mikado grips it with her little left hand. I see. Okay. There's a good enough reply for me. Alright, let's get going then. So that we can be together forever. This time, her expression becomes very slightly uneasy. Don't worry, I'll hold you. take her hand and help her up. She's ill. It's not really on for me to do this to her. But it's really now or never. This may be cruel, but it would be crueler by far just to let her go to sleep. I could never forgive myself if I didn't grant her this final wish. I make her get dressed. She's struggling with reasons to take off her pajamas, holding the sleeves, tightly refusing to let go. I guess she must like these too. I remember back in episode 5, she called them stupid frog pajamas. Yes, she did like him after all. So I had to keep them on. Many of her usual turtleneck sweater, and so on. And then we put that room behind us. We'd send the stairs side by side. Just bought her weight in case she trips. Can't have you fallen down here yet again. I have a feeling that she won't though. I have a feeling that she'll never have another opportunity to. Stop it. Oh, are you heading out? With me at Auntie? Letting move laundry in the hall? Yeah, with Makoto. Skipping school completely? Dear me, you'll be in trouble now. Whatever. I scratch my head fearfully, and Auntie laughs and confirms that she was joking. She's always been an understanding type. No doubt she'll always be. Then I better make sure that there's some yummy dinner waiting for you when you get back. She adds, patting Makoto on the head. Makoto stares up at her. Her lips are moving ever so slightly. She isn't using her voice, so I can't tell what, if anything, she's trying to say. Bernardi has a much better view of her mouth. Perhaps she can recognize the words from it. For she suddenly turns away, and her voice cracks. Take care. Her hand covers her mouth, but those words leak out past it. See you later. Take Makoto's hand again and we leave. Hamano's there. I don't need her anymore. That's a bit harsh. I don't mean her anymore. Get out of the way. Not that I've made up my mind at least. But come to that, I doubt I'm the one she's came here to see. Slacking off, you're as bad as me. I greet her jokingly. Wouldn't it be missing the chance that would make me a bad person? Good answer. It's not easy to catch Amina out. We're off to the hills after this. Yes, that's a good idea. So where she comes from after all? They've got to go to school first. There's one more person left to pay our respects to. Right. You'll be coming with us, won't you? It's not like I wasn't planning to go back to school. Great. And she's my friend. She says, and her gentle eyes turned to Mikoto's direction. Yeah, good point. It's only natural. So we set off, and Amano comes with us. I wonder what I'm doing coming all this way out here. If we're running return to school. Dude, ask me. The moment is relaxed by Amano's personal print on self-deprecation. It wasn't practically a funny comment, but right now, that suits us just fine. That's a very cute scene. This image is very cute. Weird art style though. The art style looks completely different, but it's cute. The sky is overcast. The air feels cold enough to freeze time itself. In a weather like this, that blurs the line between happiness and sadness, an unfunny joke is a welcome break. Because it would be hopelessly sad to laugh and yet hideously funny to cry. Mikoto, despite her fever, is looking peaceful. Of course. There's no reason for her to look so gloomy. She's with friends. Well then. Emily bids us farewell as we read the quote. Any chance she could let you know who we're here? Alrighty. That's it as far as I'm concerned. Makoto? Emily stands in front of Mikoto and lays her hand on her head. Let's play again together sometime. She removes her hand. Goodbye. And she leaves without looking back. Just the sort of farewell you would expect from her. Well, what's up, Master? We don't have to wait long before Naiki appears and greets us in a surprised tone. Oh, nothing. Just came to play. You're taking the day off. That's not like you, Master. Well, we wanted to thank you. I revise my statement. Thanking me? I don't remember doing anything to deserve thanks. Mikoto took us off my sleeve. As if to say, that part doesn't matter. Apparently we're here to play after all. I changed my story back again. Okay, I've only got lunchtime though. What do you want to play? Naiki speaking to Mikoto now. She's barely got lunchtime. Truth be told, there can only be about 10 minutes left before the bell. Then for those 10 minutes, the two of them play in the snow. Naiki pretending to be a girl called Lydia, having Pokemon battles with Mikoto. I keep my distance, sitting on the steps and watching them. It looks like they're making a snowman. Wonder how it'd come out. Neither of them seems to be practically good at it. Well then, bye-bye. The bell rings and it's time to depart. Mikado is hugging the snowman to her chest. Hey, thanks. Thank her for Mikado. I just not leave it unsaid. No problem, master. Now he nods and once again returns smiling to school. Mikado stands there staring after her. Come on, let's go. I urge her onwards. We're done here. This is the third time I've taken this path this year. Have I fallen in leaves and red mud? The third time? No, it's like the fourth, fifth. The path of fallen leaves and red mud, sticking to my feet and slipping treacherously beneath my coattails. Okay. Look where you're going and walk carefully. She does her best. She still slips, of course. But I'm here to catch her and support her this time. She doesn't fall over. Or I'd let her fall. Not now that I'm right beside her. I am as cold. The hillside is shrouded in mist. Even my breath merely mingles invisibly with it. We remain silent for a while, while the wind swirls around us. Just holding hands and sensing wonder of his existence by the warmth. Then we look upwards. Everything man-made disappears from sight. The world changes. It's just a world. We could only believe in one another. Help! She cries out and tugs at my coat. What's wrong? As my line of sight falls back to reality, I see Mikado looking at me, and I'm holding my chest. Hell, that's right. Sorry about that. Here's a bag of Pokemon. I'd been keeping this away from her, doubting her ability to walk and eat at the same time, without causing trouble. Eat as many as you like. I pop one onto her open mouth. She puts down the snowman she's been carrying. How can he carry a snowman? Won't it melt? She puts down the snowman she's been carrying so carefully at this time, and loses herself in eating. I brought plenty, so I'm confident there'll be more that she can eat. In fact, there should be enough for me too. Sure enough, when we throw ourselves to the ground and surrender, so remain. They rapidly growing cold. Meanwhile, the sun is setting. His slanted rays cast a red glow across us and the ground alike. Beside me, Mikado is getting drowsy. Guess it's about time we begin. Hey, wake up! Hey! As she slumps against me, I give her a poke in the cheek. She finally notices my attempt to capture her attention and gives me it. Time to start. I explain, whispering right into her face. This is our wedding. It's not much of one, To be honest, I couldn't even lay my hands on the proper dress. All I can give her is a veil. For a little Hetty. She does say much sign of understanding what it's for. But I cover her of it and hold it down. And that's sufficient. For attendance, all we have is this name and Nike made with her. It's actually a bit embarrassing. Feels like Nike herself is watching us. Fortunately, it's also beginning to melt. It leaves it rather focused on itself. Perhaps that's his way of giving us its blessing. And that too would be decidedly Nike-ish. And so I turn my face to the wind and fires. In transfers, internal vows and prayers has come to my mind. Mikado remains silent, her ears perk up, as though she's listening to some faintly hummed tune. But I believe this fulfills her wish. He appeared so suddenly, bent at first on exacting some unknown revenge on me, when really she came because I once showed her a moment of human warmth. Hasn't she? Because I showed her love when I was young and pure and innocent and ignorant. That's why she came back. Because she wanted to surround herself with human warmth again. I wonder if she was happy when she was running around like a kid, making trouble for everyone. I wonder if she was happy when, despite all that, we accepted her as one of the family. I wonder if she was happy spending so much time with me, whom she professed to hate. Was all this road vile? Surely you're happy if you realize that we all love you. Surely you're happy if you realize that how much I love you. Even if we haven't always gotten on well on the surface. But you've always been so difficult to please. Just like your mother, Skitty plays. That's why I can't be certain. Mikado. I draw a little body closer and embrace her. Let's stay together forever, my love. Then the wind raises and snatches the veil from her head, and it carries it dancing into the distant sky. Oh! She yelps and stretches out after it, but is already out of reach. Oh no! Help! Then she cries. Tears drench her cheeks, and she sobs like a child. Hey, come on, don't cry. Don't worry about the veil, it's only a bit of cloth. Think about what it was for instead. We're celebrating, right? We're a real family, Mel. How? Even so, her tears won't stop. They continue to overflow without an end. There's no helping you, is there? Come here, have a hug. Ow! I squat behind her and take her into my open arms. Come on, Makoto. Let's play. Play with these. Oh! Just where I stop crying. Her flicker bells sending them tumbling around her wrist, hoping this will calm her. Listen, what was that? Jingle, jingle. The rolling makes a satisfying sound. Ow! And her eyes followed him. Her cheeks stopped quivering. Can you do that too? Go on, try it. You like that, don't you? Ow! She pressed them with her fingers curled like a cat's paw. Jingle, jingle. Ow! Again and again she paws at the bells, as though having once heard them ring, she can't let them stop. Jingle, jingle. Jingle, jingle. They have a full attention. Her expression is rapt. Jingle, jingle. Jingle, jingle. Jingle, jingle. Jingle, jingle. 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 At length her eyes begins to close. It's as if the tinkling is too her a lullaby. Makoto? Jingle. Jingle. The tumbling of the bell slows. The gaps between rings grows longer. Oi, Makoto! Ow! She responds, her eyes reopen. She begins once more to paw at the bells, enthusiastically. Jingle, jingle. Jingle, jingle. Jingle, jingle. Jingle, jingle. Jingle, jingle. Jingle, jingle. 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 The sound grows intimate again. Oi, Makoto! Don't go to sleep on me. They pinch her cheeks. Ow! Come on, can't we play with the bells? They wave a wish for her. Jingle, jingle. You like that, wouldn't you? She imitates me. She too pulls weakly at the bells with her overhand. Jingle. Well done. Now it's my turn again. I flick one. Jingle. It sounds out loud and clear. Let's keep playing like this forever. You'd like that, wouldn't you? Come on, it's your turn. Makoto? Come on, it's your turn now. Are you listening? Don't you want to hear them ring? Are you okay, Makoto? 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 Her wrist slips from my hand and flops onto the ground. The bells jingle once. Then silence. Then the ride skipped that bit. Okay, Makoto, let's take it together, okay? Makoto, you will be in the middle. Mommy will be in the back. Are you fine with that, Makoto? Yeah. Alright, you'll be in the middle. Then let's take it. Flash. Not this music again. The bad ending music. So here I am, living that everyday life I avoided for so long. It's amazingly dull. But by embracing the dullness, I managed to rehabilitate myself to the point where it seems normal again. To the point at which even the smallest surprise and discoveries can seem novel to me. Of course, since my previous assistant hasn't been much else. Finding excitement in novel is hardly pleasing, but nor is it practically unpleasant. To reflect this, as the seasons fly gently past. We're surprised on the threshold of spring when a cat decides to take a residence in the spare room. It's Pyrrha. His arrival, swaggering into the house as though nothing had happened, left us dumbfounded. Our best guess is that he went off to mate. He's male after all. But as he shows no sign of leaving again, we forgive him, and it becomes the Manese family cat once more. Hello, says Amino. Hello, I reply. Fortune smiles on me today. This is the first time we've seen a school without snow. Where do you find all these mildly turn off phases? How weird. I prefer to think of them as my refined manner. From time to time, when our schedules permit, we've taken to talking like this. We've kept your promise, I see. Oh, there's no need to be worried about me. Staying cheerful is pretty much my only redeeming quality. That's nice to hear. And I get the feeling that Amino too has grown more cheerful. I might even presume to claim some credit for that. I'm glad. Do you ever wonder whether they'll be running around again up on that hill? Oh, I'd think so. Our faces turn towards the hill. There is not visible from where we are. Within one little life, new life is born and grows. Perhaps again, they will appear seeking the warmth of humans. You may be right. That is something which cannot be helped. It is in the nature. Just what you would expect from someone that become a legend. But taking a breath, Amino's expression grows serious. Perhaps half the people living in this town are made up of those children. Perhaps none of us are human. And he says only yes, you do not realize it. She stares at me for a while, with a serious face, and then smiles. I'm only joking. That could never be the case. Don't say such crazy things. You love me imagining all sorts of things. Yes, your expression just then was quite funny. Together we laugh. But if all of the foxes who live on that hill were to possess the mysterious power, perhaps if one were to gather many of them in one place, one could cause a miracle. Amino begins to say more strange things. Perhaps that was a habit of hers to begin with. To give voice to her fantasies. Isn't just a bad habit for a girl? Like making candy fall from the sky. What on earth are you talking about? It's my dream, you know. Don't you think it would be wonderful to have candy fall down from the sky? Not really. The streets would be littered with candy and the traffic system would come to halt. You're far too pragmatic, boyfriend, too. Not at all. Is that so? Suppose you're right. Amino looks up at the sky. We are two people who have dreamed the same dream and came back to reality. Very well then. What would you wish for a boyfriend to? Amino turns her body to the side and looks me in the eye. Oh, let's see. Can only be one thing, of course. And that's it, guys. After 7/8 months, this Let's Play is finished. I do have the other routes to do. but essentially the Let's Play's finished. I will be continuing the other routes at some point. So I will give my full thoughts on the visual novel once I finish all the routes. I will say I'm kind of tone. So hoping that the visual novel would give Mikoto a good, happy ending. But at the same time, I guess it's like realistic. As realistic as a fox turn into a human can be. But there's no happy ending. Because in real life, like the whole cancer analogy, when someone gets cancer and they deteriorate that much, there is no happy ending really. And it's like very sad at the end as well, where Yuichi was trying his best to make Mikoto happy, but he had no way of knowing whether she was happy or not. That's like so true. You have no way of knowing if towards the end, if he was able to make their wishes come true, if he was able to make them happy. Same with pets as well. There's no way to know whether you made them happy in their lifetime. It's really sad. This episode is probably going to be super long now. So this episode is probably going to be like almost 2 hours long. Not longer than 2 hours. But it's fitting for a final episode to be so long. And yeah, just know that I'm broken. I did mention in a previous episode that the anime had a scene that I think is still like the most saddest and heartbreaking scene I've ever seen in any media. And it was Mikoto's that rage, because the anime doesn't really have root. The anime has like little arcs for the characters. And I always assumed that Mikoto's little arc in the anime was her bad ending. But it turns out it was her true ending. I'm still not sure which is sadder. The visual novel's take on it, or the anime's take on it. I would say that the visual novel is very, very close to being that sad, to be honest. Please let me know in the comments how you guys feel about her ending. There is no happy ending. She dies. Please let me know in the comments, as well as leave a little fox in the comments in honor of Mikoto. Don't forget to like and subscribe to become one of my kittens. Don't forget to follow me on Blue Sky for updates and follow me on Twitch for live streams.
Found a wish star in a candy jar, twinkling bright like a neon guitar, chasing dreams with the moon as my guide. Every step, the universe open wide. Gray clouds in a bleak